Bajita. So hi again everyone. So last time I was talking about the no-gi attacks from the mount, the high and low percentage attacks. And to conclude this topic, I want to do a little no-gi attack. All right, the thing that is really high percentage. You see it all over the world in every competition it's done. So essentially with the gi, yeah, it's with the gi. So essentially with the gi, you can do the same things as I showed the last time. You still have your good posture, you still have your control. You switch to S mount as necessary, and you kind of isolate the arm. You can still do that, all that stuff. It's just with the gi grips. It's a little bit. It's more grips. You can grab the arms here. When he turns on his side, yeah, you can go for the back with just like grabbing the gi here, or as I showed, you know, going for the choke immediately, grabbing here, a lot of that stuff. But then there's the X choke, yeah? The X choke, done right, no can defend. So basically, I got into it because Roger did it since, I don't know what, 2002, 3. He came and he just choked out everybody, so there had to be something to it. And basically, I tried it, you know, and it kind of failed, and there's something wrong, and you kind of see him always finish the guys with it, and before him, you know, Hickson did it a lot of times, and so I'm gonna go over the details, what I think are important about that attack, and what make it work. So, first of all, you gotta have the cross-collar grip. Cross-collar grip, you wanna have a nice tight grip, even when you fish for the grip. This is something I saw Saulo do a long time ago on one of his DVDs, I think. If he's defending here and you want to get the arm in, well, yeah, you can just try to like sort of find it, or you can just start to grab his collar with one arm, grab his collar, and then just thumb up, start pulling the collar and start sliding it. He might have the defenses here, but you just with your own weight, you just go deeper and deeper. You pull and you go deeper, and you get that in. So that's one of the great things I think to get the arm in the first place. But you can just fish it in anyway. So once you get the arm in, the important thing is to get the arm in deep enough that it's really tight. That there's no this little space here that it feels like it's loosey goosey. Okay, so you want to get it really nice and tight, but not so tight that you have to bend the arm. The arm has to stay firm and straight like this. Okay, if it goes behind his neck, like a little curled up, you're gonna lose power eventually. So you want to have it nice and straight, but and as much as possible, you might want to have this bone here against his neck. Okay, so that's the arm grip. And usually people, when they try to go for it, I see. Yeah. Okay, so when people go for it, usually they make the mistake of having that little space here. Then it's not gonna work. Okay, so first of all, you have that nice tight grip, and here comes the combo attack. So when you insert the arm, when you get the cross-curl grip, make sure your weight is on this side. You gotta have your weight on this side. If you fish for the arm and your weight is here, he's gonna bump. Yeah, you're gonna fall over. Okay, go back. So even here, I'm already leaning a little bit on my left, because now when he does it, when he does it, I switch to S mount and I have this, you know, this hips in pressure, and I can start to attack here. So you gotta, that's one of the things. You're gonna go for the arm, but you're already leaning here. You can't lean on this side, because your arm is trapped, he'll just tilt you over. So, you're here with the arm grip, and your weight is a little bit on this side. You can post on your arm, because when you should try twist, yeah, you tilt this way, you have your arm to post on. So now that the grip is straight, here comes the combination attack part. And one thing about it, you know, Jiu-Jitsu is gentle art, but there's really nothing gentle about that choke. And I think I've heard, I've read somewhere on the forums or somewhere that Hickson has broken 2 jawbones while doing the X choke. So this is not friend maker, okay? So you have your grip. Now what you want to do is you're gonna walk your arm over. Now there's two ways to go for the choke. One is the way that Haji goes for it. He brings his arm over, but he leaves his elbow near his head, and then he tries to get his thumb in. He gets his thumb in, and then he goes for the choke. I'll cover the choking part later. But the other, for me, it's usually he's so tight here. Yeah, he's not gonna let you get the thumb in. I don't know how Haji does it. You know, if you can do it, do it. but the other way is more friendly to me, less friendly to him. Okay, it's a little bit face grinding, but it works really well. So you come over here. Now, again, you might want to have a little bit weight on this side, because as you go and you stay here, you're gonna get tilted over. So I'm a little bit leaning still on my left, and now it's gonna be a little face grind. Even if he has his arms here, he has his arms defending here. You're gonna grind with your elbow against the side of his face. You see, it slides, and it slides into a perfect grip. You grab with the fingers. Okay, so you get the grip. So before I finish the choke, I'm going to cover the combination part now. You will go for the choke, and at any moment he will try to fish his arms in between. You see, I have the grip here. He brings his arms somewhere in between, so now you really can't finish the choke. So this comes to combo part. You're going to slide up with the knee, this knee. You're going to slide up and switch to a little bit to S-mount, sort of. I don't exactly, usually I don't switch to entire S-mount. I'm going to sort of stay in this half S-mount, if you will. So the leg stays against the hip, but it doesn't come entirely up. I find it this way, I can use the hip pressure more. I can thrust forward here. I can apply the pressure on him. This is really important, because if you allow him to turn into, if you allow him, yeah, you lose it. He'll get the elbow here, he might start to escape. So you want to have that hips in pressure I was talking about two last times. So you're here, you have the grip, you're going to come over here. If he defends the choke, then you slide up and you turn into sort of S-mount. And here's the really important part. Have a tight grip on your cross-skull grip, and then just lean forward with your hips. Lean forward. Push this down while pressing this forward. This will create immense pressure on him. He can't turn back into it. Yeah, he tries to turn back into me. I'm leaning on him. And it's really good way to go for the armbar now. Okay, so this is the essential part of the combination attack. And now I'm going to just cover the finishes. You get either one. You get the X choke or you get the armbar. So, first of all, the X choke. Jussi, võta mul sealt kotist on sinine rätik, vaata mul selle kotist toos mulle. Okay, so I had the grip here and I slid it in place. So now, how do you finish the choke? This is a really important part because in the older days, you couldn't just finish. I don't know. I tried to crank it this way, that way. Nothing happened, you know. He was just still there, tucking his chin in. Yeah, tucking his chin in. No choke. What the hell? Okay. So then I came up with this. You kind of just like wrench it, and I think this is the part where you don't make friends. This is the face grind, and you kind of start to bring your chest forward. You know, your elbows go a little bit wider. You don't just bring your arms up. You kind of push with your chest. You start to post on your head, but now comes the important part. You sort of kind of like twist it. You're gonna twist your arms and then bring them over one another. For a little visual aid, I have this towel here. I'll show you the mechanics, sort of like. So imagine this. These are my arms in the next position. So the pressure I want to have is like start turning like this. Okay, you get the imagination. So it's gonna start like grind into it like you're twisting a towel. Okay, so I'm here, and I bring this arm down, while the other one up, and just turning them circularly. I turn them circularly, and you get the choke. And it doesn't matter if he has the chin in. You just grind his face. You know that thing. I don't know what's in English, where you know the blacksmiths and not blacksmiths or some kind of smiths use that you put something in between, and then it's just and the things are closer. You know, it doesn't matter which way that thing is in between. You're just gonna smash it. So, same thing, it doesn't matter, is his chin down, is a little bit there, is his arms in the way, you know, you just crank it, and you get the X choke. So that little pressure there, that little turning, pulling, turning, one arm over the other, that kind of gets the trick done. And it's just my opinion that's how they do it, you know, that's how Roger does it. Maybe not, but I find this really works. And it doesn't matter, it's high percentage, really high percentage. You get it, he's gonna get cranked. So that's one way to finish the combo attack, with the X choke. And the thing about the X choke to watch out for is that you're really leaning here, that you have your head down here, because he will try to, if it has good breach, yeah, you gotta maintain here. You gotta stay on top, and you might even lose it. This is where you go for the armbar again, but to that in a moment. Okay, so I covered the X choke, and now the armbar. He brings his arms in between, yeah. You don't get the grip yet, and you switch to this position. So when you go for the armbar, remember that hips in pressure. A little bit leaning forward diagonally, so that he can't turn back into it. So now, when you're here, so when you're here, you kind of just you want to make sure that you really get your abdominal area, pushing him forward behind his arm. Then switch the grip. Switch the grip. Get this one to grab the arm, and now lean on. This is where you bring the leg to the S mount, and you lean onto him. A lot of mistake people do is they fall down and then bring the leg over. But if you're falling down, he starts to come up, and you missed it. Okay. So you're here, you're leaning forward, you get the arm grip, you switch now, and I usually grab the leg, but I lean onto him. You see, this leg goes light, and it's really tight still, because when he turns into me, yeah, he still can't turn into me. I have the hips in pressure. He can't turn into me. Now this leg's light, I bring it over, and now I fall down. I can attack the arm in peace, okay? So that's the combination bar. You're here, he tries to defend here. You're looking for this choke, he might defend, and then you switch to arm bar. But even from this position, you can still, he tries to turn back into you. He turns back into me, I go for the choke again. I try to go for the choke again. He turns again the other way. Yeah, I go for the arm bar again, or get the back. So this is the combination attack. Yeah, really high percentage, really good stuff. If you fail at any part of it, you still end up in the mount. Okay, so yeah, to conclude the mount section for now, this is what you can do with the gi. You can still go for the arm controls here, try to get him on his side, but it's considerably easier, I think, to just start to go for that. Get the collar grip and everything starts from the collar grip. Try to get your knees high, here, that little half S mount. Watch your weight where it is. Don't get tilt over. You need to drill this a lot. And when I let people usually drill this, I let them start with the collar grip, high here, and he's just gonna try to tilt one way, other way. Yeah, and then they're gonna look for the grips and stuff and go for the choke, for the arm bar. Okay, yeah. So that's the knowledge for today. Yeah, okay.